our candidate, but not just the candidates wet, but of course, also their personalities. Alam ko pong umulan pa lang, pero parang mas umiinit po ang gabi. So ladies and gentlemen, please keep supporting your candidates, whether you are currently here or to those watching live from the comfort of their homes. Ladies and gentlemen, we will now move on to one of the most awaited part of any pageant, and that is the preliminary question and answer portion. And we'd like to request assistance from our organizing committee. Candidate number one, and to the other candidates, we will only be giving you 60 seconds to answer your question. And I will only be reading the question twice. But first, before you pick your question, candidate number one, can you first tell us how are you feeling right now?
Thank you. To be honest, I am feeling quite nervous. However, I am feeling also excited since I know that many people support me right now. Thank you so much.
Candidate number one, I believe you are more than ready. Please choose or pick a question. Candidate number one. Again, I'll be only reading your question twice. In your opinion, what steps can be taken to ensure that the cultural heritage of Borongan is preserved while promoting tourism? Again, in your opinion, what steps can be taken to ensure that the cultural heritage of Borongan is preserved while promoting tourism?
Thank you. I believe that we could preserve our cultural heritage through social media platforms, since we know that many people right now are currently immersed in social media. We can use photography or blogging while sharing what we have, such as our heritage that we Boronganans needs to share throughout the world and throughout the most. Thank you so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was candidate number one, Miss Sofia Bianca Puna-Carvajal. Let's welcome our next candidate, Bb.BORONGAN candidate number two, Miss Angel Laika Galvin. Candidate number two, before I ask you a question, what would you like to say to those who are cheering for you right now?
Thank you so much for the warm support, and I will do my best to uphold to your basta salamat.
To our dear audience, while the contestant is answering, we humbly ask everyone to give ample time to each candidate to gain composure as they give their answers. It's not easy to be here on center stage, I tell you. Friends, candidate number two, please pick a question. Candidate number two, your question goes this way. How can college students contribute to educating and empowering their peers about the importance of responsible sexual behavior? Again, how can college students contribute to educating and empowering their peers about the importance of responsible sexual behavior?
Good evening. Thank you for that wonderful question. To us college students, I believe that sex education is needed and essential in this day and age where young people is, we believe it or not, but we are actually getting into the liberated stage and phase in our youth today. So I want to address this problem to be sex aware and to be sex aware and to know what your limits are, because even if you are engaging in such a practice, you should be aware and know your limits. That's all. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Bb.BORONGAN. Candidate number 2, Ms. Angel Laika Galvin. Let's now move on to our next candidate, Bb.BORONGAN. Number 3, Ms. Nicole Angelina Alegre. Candidate number 3, before I ask your main question, can you tell us what motivated you to join this pageant?
Well, ever since I was a kid, I used to dream to be on this very stage. And now, I am finally here pursuing my dreams.
Candidate number 3, please pick your question. Candidate number 3, your question is, what initiatives do you propose to encourage responsible driving habits and awareness among your peers to minimize road accidents involving motorcycles in Borongan City? Again, what initiatives do you propose to encourage responsible driving habits and awareness among your peers to minimize road accidents involving motorcycles in Borongan City?
Thank you. As we all know, we only have one life to live. So, with that being said, I encourage all people, especially young generation, to always be careful and take charge of your life. Because life is only short, and therefore, you should always practice and take good care of yourself in order to minimize accidents. Thank you.
That was Bb.BORONGAN candidate number 3, Ms. Nicole Angelina Alegre. Let's now call on our next candidate, Bb.BORONGAN candidate number 4, Ms. Jasmine Coles Dara. Candidate number 4, also another question before you answer the main question. Can you please say something to your supporters?
Hello. Damo nga salamat at ako mga kasalbayan nga kinanhi. Especially talent nga. So, thank you.
Candidate number 4, please pick your question. Candidate number 4, your question is, what role do you see the youth playing in advocating for the implementation of plastic bag ban in Borongan and promoting sustainable alternatives? Again, what role do you see the youth playing in advocating for the implementation of the plastic bag ban in Borongan and promoting sustainable alternatives?
So, thank you for that beautiful question. a role for us, especially as student, people, teenagers, and everyone. Using plastic bag is very important here in our environment because it enables us to create more eco-friendly society and banning plastic bag also help our oceans to become more cleaner and our environment here in our surroundings become more eco-friendly. I thank you.
Once again, that was Bb.BORONGAN candidate number 5, Bb.BORONGAN candidate number 5, Ms. Aisel Bayrina Casarino. Once again, let's ask assistance from our organizers for the questions. Thank you. Candidate number 5, can you also tell us, before you answer your main question, what motivated you to join this pageant?
Thank you for that question. Well, what motivated me to join this pageant is my family and friends. Well, this is my first pageant for the information of all, and I don't want to disappoint them.
Thanks so much, candidate number 5. Please pick your question. It's also a challenge in opening the questions. Candidate number 5, your question goes this way. Can you suggest any creative approaches to making nutritious food more accessible and affordable for the underprivileged population in Borongan? Again, can you suggest any creative approaches to making nutritious food more accessible and affordable for the underprivileged population in Borongan?
Thank you for that question. Well, as a nursing student, I have the courage to help people not just in privileged status but also in underprivileged. Well, I would suggest to have a little garden just like that. And I think that it's not being privileged to have a nutritious food, but it's also the hard work of people. If you want to really to have a nutritious food, it also comes with responsibility, I guess. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Once again, that was candidate number 5. Candidate, Bb.BORONGAN. Number 6, Kim Ashley Alcunaba Ala. Candidate number 6, can you also tell us how are you feeling right now at this moment?
Well, after an 8.5-inch fall, I'm still feeling great and my soul is very much ignited to fight for the crown.
Thank you, candidate number 6. Now, please pick your question.
Ay, nako.
Candidate number 6, your question is, what sustainable livelihood opportunities would you recommend creating for the local community through tourism-related activities to promote their economic well-being in Borongan? Again, what sustainable livelihood opportunities would you recommend creating for the local community through tourism-related activities to promote their economic well-being in Borongan?
Well, the careers that I would suggest to the people of Borongan are those that are inclined to the Dukwag Agricultura. Well, it would be involving planting fruits and vegetables which are local to our city, and of course copy the progress of cities which are inclined to agricultural and tourism promotion, like Baguio with their strawberry fields. I believe that this is also applicable here in Borongan through our coconuts and other plants which are local to us. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was candidate number 6, Miss Kim Ashley Algunaba Ala. Let's welcome our next candidate. Candidate number 7, again, before you choose your question, can you please tell us how are you feeling right now? And what would you like to say to your supporters?
I actually feel nervous and ecstatic right now because today is my 18th birthday.
Happy birthday, candidate number 7.
Thank you so much.
Please pick your question. Candidate number 7, your question is, in your opinion, what feasible steps can be taken to reduce plastic waste and promote a cleaner and greener environment in Borongan? Again, in your opinion, what feasible steps can be taken to reduce plastic waste and promote a cleaner and greener environment in Borongan?
Thank you for that question. I believe that climate change is happening right now, and we need to be responsible people who take actions. I believe that we should use that 5 R's, which is reduce, reuse, recycle, rethink, and respect. And with that, I can say we can have a progressive community and a progressive society, and we will live a better future for the future generation as well. Thank you.
Once again, Bb.BORONGAN candidate number 7, Miss Fiona Marushka Moten. Let us now go on our last candidate. Friends, help me welcome Bb.BORONGAN candidate number 8, Miss Kimberly Shane Anasayas. Candidate number 8, good evening. Mopay gabi.
Mopay po nga gabi.
Same question as your other candidates or co-candidates. Can you tell us what motivated you to join this prestigious pageant?
I think what motivated me was the people who believed in me since day one. I couldn't have standed on the stage if not for them, and that's why I am very grateful that I have them in my life. All I can say is that I am blessed to have you all. Thank you.
Candidate number 8, please pick your question. Candidate number 8, your question is, how do you think social media and digital platforms can be utilized to promote lesser-known tourist spots in Borongan effectively? Again, how do you think social media and digital platforms can be utilized to promote lesser-known tourist spots in Borongan effectively?
I believe that every one of us, every citizen of Borongan City have the access to social media. And every barangay in Borongan City also have a lesser tourist spot that must be promulgated to the world. And in that note, each one of us should be ambassadors so that
each barangay in Borongan City would have a primary tourist destination in the near future, and we will be known in the whole wide world. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Bb.BORONGAN Daily number 8. Miss Kimberly Shane Anasarias.